He's been captivated by the sea his whole life. Ships and the sea are his life. He loves the machinery, and each boat to him is like a child put in his care. This is Irina, Ukrainian naval officer Yuriy Budzylo's wife. Budzylo was on the tugboat Yany Kapu, which was attacked and captured by the Russian Navy in the Black Sea on November the 25th. The Russian Federation took all the boat's crew prisoner, together with the crew of two small armored artillery boats, the Nikopol and Berdyansk. The Ukrainian servicemen are being accused of illegal border crossing by a group of people. On November the 27th, courts in Simferopol and Kerch, in annexed Crimea, arrested Budzylo and 11 other Ukrainians for 2 months. The remaining sailors were arrested the next day.
Скажите, как вы удовлетворены или нет тем, что суд принял решение об аресте вас на 2 месяца?
Я уже отвечал на этот вопрос.
This is Yuriy Budzylo in the Kiev District Court in annexed Simferopol. He is 46 years old, remarried and has 2 sons. He comes from the village Zakharivka in the Odessa region. We traveled there to speak to Budzylo's family and friends.
Це мамине день народження.
This was on our mother's birthday, his sister Olena tells us. We try to get the whole family together each year for his birthday. Yuriy is the oldest of the Budzylo family. He has a younger brother and sister. His mother declined to speak to us as she was feeling poorly. His sister Olena agreed.
Поки його не забрали до армії.
How long did he live here? Until he entered the army, his sister Olena says. After his mandatory service, he got married and left. Since then, we see each other rarely, primarily when the whole family gets together for our mother's birthday.
Зустрічалася вся родина.
When asked why her brother chose this profession, Olena says that the love of the sea is in his blood.
У нас в роду дуже багато воєнних і
In our family, we have a lot of military servicemen, and our father served in the Navy, and Yuriy also served in the Navy. Then he worked in the military commissariat at a recruiting station.
Потім він працював в воєнкоматі на призовному пункті прапорщиком.
He returned to naval service 4 years before Russia annexed Crimea. Several months earlier, he met his second wife, Irina. They lived together in Balta, in the Odessa region. Budzylo's rank is midshipman. His wife says that he's always been in love with the sea and with his work. Ships and the sea are his life, his wife Irina tells us. He's very devoted to his profession. He loves his country very much, and his work too. Irina says that Budzylo set out for a routine trip to observe the tugboat's machinery, since he knows how every boat works very well. She got a feeling on the morning of November the 25th that something was wrong. I called him and could not get through. I knew immediately something was wrong, because intuition tells you when something is not right with your loved ones. And then when I turned on the news, I saw what was happening.
Мамі я не казала не 25-го.
I didn't tell our mother anything on November the 25th or 26th, his sister says. Only on the 27th. Mother's heart is weak. She has high blood pressure, and she would not have survived such news if she didn't know that he's okay, that he's not injured, that he's alive.
Що з ним все в порядку, що він не ранений, що він є живий, що все з ним добре.
The entire crew has been arrested for 2 months under suspicion of crossing the border illegally. They could be imprisoned for up to 6 years. Budzylo's lawyer stated that the naval officer refused to testify before Russia.
My client is exercising his right to refuse to testify in accordance with Article 51 of the Constitution of the Russian Federation.
We also spoke to Ukrainian Navy third-rank captain Pavlo Rudь, who was preparing the seamen for a planned relocation of their boats. He stated that the naval servicemen were acting completely within the law and that they had all necessary permissions. The Ukrainian boats approached the Kerch Bridge to wait for a pilot that was supposed to guide them through the Kerch Strait.
The transit was performed in accordance with all current documents, bilateral agreements and also international conventions. 2 months before, there was a planned relocation of a group of ships from their base in Odessa to a base in Mariupol, which was completed without incident. as well as bilateral agreements, by the Russian Federation this incident happened. After the movement of the ships beneath the Kerch Bridge was blocked, obviously allowing a pilot to board was out of the question, so the commanders decided to return back to the original base.
Budzylo's lawyer has filed a complaint about his client's illegal arrest. However, as it awaits review, Budzylo is being held in the Lefortovo detention center in Moscow. Maybe they don't like people like him very much, Irina says. Because he is just and precise, he always follows commands. For him, a command from the state or from his superior is most important. He loves his country very much. He is a patriot and he said that he will not leave the army, although he is of retirement age, until this incomprehensible battle between our nations is over. We have to end it and live in peace. He wanted to wait until the war is over to retire.
Хотів дочекатися кінця війни і тоді піти на пенсію.
We want him to return as soon as possible. That is all.
Звернення. Ми хочемо, щоб він повернувся поскоріше, та й все.